Welcome to my channel. The 1959 Mercedes-Benz 300 SE is the kind of car that doesn't just sit in history, it stalks it. In a decade ruled by giant American land yachts dripping with chrome, Mercedes stepped into the US market with something nobody expected. A machine engineered with such precision, strength, and quiet arrogance that it left American luxury brands stunned. And the deeper you dig into this car's past, the clearer one thing becomes. The 1959 Mercedes 300 SE wasn't just ahead of its time, it made everything around it look outdated. This video uncovers the part of automotive history hardly anyone talks about. Because while Cadillac, Lincoln, and Chrysler were building massive, flashy symbols of status, Mercedes was quietly crafting something far more dangerous. A car built with technology so advanced that some US engineers later admitted they had no idea how Germany pulled it off in the 1950s. The 300 SE didn't just enter the American market, it intruded, challenged, and overshadowed it. And what happened next changed everything. The 1959 300 series, known by insiders as the Adenauer era, is often described as the moment Mercedes stopped competing and started dominating. Under the hood sat a fuel-injected inline-six so smooth and powerful that collectors still argue it was the best engine Mercedes ever built. The body was hand-assembled, the materials were over-engineered, and the driving feel was so controlled that many American drivers assumed something had to be broken because nothing in the US felt this tight. This wasn't luxury for show, this was luxury with a mission. But behind that perfection was chaos. Rumors spread that Mercedes was spending more building each car than it was selling them for. Some mechanics claimed the engineering was so advanced for 1959 that they refused to work on them. And deep inside Mercedes, a quiet belief started circulating. This car wasn't just the peak of the era, it was the standard the future S-Class would be forced to follow. In other words, the 1959 300 series was the spark that created the Mercedes luxury empire. The reaction in America was immediate. Diplomats, CEOs, wealthy families, and discreet power players ditched their homegrown luxury cruisers and moved to Mercedes, not because it was fashionable, not because it was exotic, but because it simply felt superior. Celebrities began showing up in them, politicians rode in them, and by the early 60s, the car had turned into a quiet symbol of authority. If you saw someone arrive in a 300 series Mercedes, you knew they weren't just wealthy, they were serious. What makes the story even more shocking is how many of these cars survived. Many ran for 500,000 miles. Others lived through harsh weather and terrible roads without falling apart. And collectors today swear the 1959 model has a kind of unbreakable tank-like strength that modern luxury cars simply can't match. Auction prices for survivors keep climbing, and the people lucky enough to own one say the same thing. Mercedes didn't build this car to compete, they built it to prove a point. And maybe that's why so many people still talk about it as the unofficial first S-Class. It didn't wear the badge, but it had the spirit, the engineering, the comfort, the presence, and the pure dominance. Without this car, the legendary 300 SE of the early 60s wouldn't exist. And without that car, the S-Class wouldn't become the gold standard of global luxury. In this video, we reveal the forgotten story, the hidden engineering details, the controversies, and the unbelievable legacy of the 1959 Mercedes-Benz 300 SE, America's unintended wake-up call. So buckle up, because what you're about to see isn't just a classic car, it's the machine that changed